and the paper boy, evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Hey LifeBridge, it's good to come to you again today. Hey, you know, last year when we did these video reports, things were a little different. We had a lot more to share and a lot different information. Like many things, this year is going to be quite different. All of us are used to whole different protocols and things. We all carry masks with us that we weren't doing a year ago, distancing, all other kinds of words in our vocabulary. Things are just very different. There's a couple of things that I do want to bring to your attention, and they're important things. One of them is that the 2021 Texas District Convention of the LCMS is coming up next summer, and every congregation in the district needs to elect a lay delegate, and an alternate lay delegate, in addition to a pastoral delegate. We're going to either do that at this meeting, we can relegate that to the board of directors to do, or we can do it at a later voters meeting, and I'll share more about that later, or you can find out more on the website. The other things I want to talk about are some of the ideas and the things that are in our strategic plan. We talked about that last year quite a bit. That plan hasn't gone away. Our mission hasn't gone away. So of all the changes that are going on, there are some things that remain the same. We still share the love of Jesus. We connect people to Jesus through the gospel. And we do that with the things that God has given us. And one of the things that's in our strategic plan is to create a youth and family that is vibrant, that is reaching kids, that is reaching the young people in our community and in our congregation. And I don't want that to change. We need to expand on that. Giles is doing a wonderful job and all the helpers that he has with him. And we need to find ways to enhance that and to reach more of our youth and young families in our community. But the other things that I really want to bring up that's in our strategic plan are how we reach people with the pantry, with the pregnancy center, and with anti-trafficking efforts. These things are in our strategic plan. They've been approved by the board of directors. They've been approved by the congregation. And we see evidence of some of this every week. I've mentioned before how it warms my heart when I come into the sanctuary and I see the food and the things that are around and know all of the hundreds of people in our community that are fed through the pantry. It warms my heart when I walk into my office and I can hear the ministry going on to young ladies and even young men too that are coming in wondering about what to do about a pregnancy or if they are pregnant and what to do with their kid once they have it. It's some amazing gospel presentations that are going on there and amazing lives that are saved, literal lives that are saved through that ministry. I think that's just fantastic. I take a look at some of the efforts that we just started right before the pandemic hit in the areas of anti-trafficking, and there's still such a need for that. In fact, the pandemic has expanded on some of those needs, and we have some real opportunities to be able to take part in some wonderful ministry efforts. But here's some of the thing. God has also blessed us even more in those areas because we have more land in which to do ministry. And we already see, as people are starting to come back on Sunday, that we're starting to push up against some ministries. The pantry and the sanctuary being here together, this is a wonderful thing, but we're starting to see some push. And we have a lot of land. And so the question's going to be, what are we going to do to fulfill the ministry and the mission that God has given us here at LifeBridge? In all of the areas that we have through the resources that He has blessed us with. How are we going to do that in the best way possible? President Pa is going to be sharing some aspects of that too later in this meeting, but we need to get those juices and the thoughts flowing on what is the best way with the best things that we have to fulfill the mission. And I'm excited about what the possibilities are. God has blessed us tremendously. And as we start to look at some of those possibilities, just keep in mind that our mission and our strategic vision has not changed. nor has the gospel of Jesus. One of the other items in our strategic plan that hasn't changed and that I hope never changes is that we are an environment of welcoming for people who are hurt, who are down, who need to be picked up with the love and the forgiveness of Jesus, put back on the path and move forward, and to walk with them through that process. Now, we might have to walk it with social distancing and masks and whatever else restrictions that might be in place, but we still walk with them, and we still do that. And I'm excited to be here and to do that with you. I thank you, LifeBridge. I don't know what the next year is going to bring, but I know that we're going to continue to share the gospel of Jesus, and we're going to do it together. We're going to touch these people in this community with that love of Jesus, no matter what it takes. Thanks for walking with me in that process. God bless. All right, Colin, you're up.
Oh, hey, sorry, didn't see you there. My name's Colin DeWiggins here at LifeBridge Community Church in Sealy. I just want to say that it's been an honor to serve you as the worship leader for the past year, and I know it's been a crazy year, but we're looking forward to the future, and I'm looking forward to serving you in the future. I want to give a huge shout out to our volunteers, to the band. They've been so awesome, and I'm super grateful for that. I want to give a personal shout out to our Hannah Gibson, who has been singing up here with me for a while now and has really been stepping up and even been helping me plan worship on Sundays. And so I just want to give her a huge shout out. What else do I have to say? Well, if you don't know who I am, you probably know me from the Quads video. And if you don't know me from that, well, you do. It's cool, okay? So I just wanted to say it's been an honor to serve you, and thank y'all so much for all the support and love. And also, line.
Who's on? Where's the script supervisor?
Okay.
Thanks, Colin. Well, Giles, you're up.
Hey guys, this is Giles Montgomery, your youth pastor here at LifeBridge Sealy. Our youth group is named Surge. And first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to be a youth pastor here. Naturally, by profession, as a coach and a teacher, I have a special place in my heart for the youth. So again, thank you for this opportunity. As far as Surge is concerned, we have a normal attendance of, I would say, 15 to 20 kids a Wednesday. It started off predominantly female, but the high school boys they've started to join. I'm really excited about it. And I can honestly say that about every other week, I get an email from a parent inquiring about the church and the youth group. So I do see a surge growing here in the near future. Now, COVID hit, and it hit all the churches really hard. COVID was basically my introduction into youth pastoring. So we started off remote. We started off all online, and I thought that went well. And then we transitioned back into the church. I think our numbers kind of took a hit because of that, and I think it's safe to say that every church kind of took a hit in that aspect. But I had a hard time kind of getting my feet wet and getting things started. But I managed to gather a wonderful group of youth volunteers, youth leaders, and we sat down and we said, hey, this is what we need to do to get our youth group thriving. I have an amazing team, and I keep saying I just because I'm the face of this youth group, but I keep saying but I cannot do this without my youth leadership team, and they're doing a great job. I have about eight people on our youth staff, and they're phenomenal. We divvied up jobs. We have some doing worship, doing games, providing snacks, working the slides, delivering the message, and we have 4 basic small groups with our high school girls and junior high girls, and then high school boys and junior high boys. So that's who we're servicing right now. And again, it's going well. I believe when we first started, when I first started as this youth pastor, we had an event, we had a movie night, and it went well. Since then, we haven't really had any big events happen because we're still trying to figure out what's safe and how we can make things work with all the COVID rules and regulations. But I'm very hopeful. I think the future of Surge is looking bright. The future of LifeBridge is looking bright. Right now, we are currently in the sanctuary and until we get things fixed in the youth room. So I look forward to moving back into the actual youth room and doing our Wednesday night youth in here. But I know the church is going to take care of that, and we'll get that figured out. So thank you guys again for this opportunity. Love you guys, love LifeBridge, love Sealy. And again, I love my youth leadership team here at Surge. And again, we're trying to reach as many kids as we can, whether it's in person or remote, because we are going live every Wednesday. Love you guys. I look forward to many, many great things happening here at LifeBridge. Peace out.
All right, Braxton, at the soundboard, let's hear it.
Good morning, LifeBridge. Hey, what a great time. Thanks for joining us this Sunday for this voters meeting. My name is Braxton Nutt, the communications coordinator here. Typically every Sunday I'm back here manning the live stream, making sure people at home can watch. So let's kind of go back to when I came on staff to I think where we are now. And I think whenever we made the transition from me being volunteer to staff, that was right around the time or close to the time when COVID hit, when we had to transition to all online. We had, our Monday, Thursday, our Good Friday, and our Easter service were all online this year. It's been a learning curve for all of us, but I think the staff all together, man, just adjusted really well from, Coach Montgomery to going online, to Stacy doing stuff in her own way, to delivering in person, and Scott making his messages and his class online too. It's been a fun time, and I think going forward, we can only, move forward and not go backwards. So it's been a fun time. I'm excited for things that we're going to do in 2021, and if you want to learn more about that, man, 2021 is a goal for me is to grow our media team. And by that I mean, having people help me with our live stream, but also help me learn about media, what it takes, photography, videography, making films for church, and doing kind of other things, kind of growing our media team. So if you are interested or know someone who would be interested in videography, photography, and just learning, how we are trying to incorporate that in the LifeBridge going forward, man, feel free to contact me. My email is right here. Also, I'm back in the back right now, so if you want to, talk to me about that, I would be more than happy to have that conversation. And also, if you would love, we would love you. Listen, if you would want to sign up to help us with our slides on Sunday morning as well. We have a lot of volunteers who help us out, but we're always looking to grow that so that way we can, make sure everyone gets a turn. So, that being said, if you want to learn more about media and volunteering and being part of the LifeBridge media team, man, we would love to have you with open arms. It's been an honor and a blessing to be on staff here and just to kind of see this new chapter that we have. I really feel like a lot of people, and you see it, right, are volunteering and doing things with, when it comes to people, like when it comes to Bennett, or when it comes to the food pantry, or when it comes to Giles, or our volunteers stepping up for the children's ministry. LifeBridge, it's been and always will be a pleasure to serve here. I'm just super honored and blessed to get to spend time with you. So, that being said, back to you, Pastor Scott. Thank you for all you do. I'm Braxton Nutt, signing off. Dallas Cowboys forever.
All right, Stacy, I guess you're left, so bring it home.
Good morning, LifeBridge. I am here to give you a report from this past year, and I'm going to start with January. January through March was great. It was fine. Everything was semi-normal. And then March hit, and COVID came around. Schools were closed. and we stopped meeting here at the church. So I had to come up with a creative way to get the message out to the kids and their parents and be able to stay in touch with them. So I started making packets for each one of the kids. I service 15 families, 24 kids. I delivered every week. Every Thursday I delivered packets. I was in touch with the mommies and the families on a weekly basis as well, just to make sure, see what their needs were, if their needs were being met, or if they needed anything else. So in the packets, I included lessons, I included games, I included crafts, I included candy or whatever supplies they needed to teach the parents to teach their kids the lesson that week. And so I just kind of want to show you a few things that we did for the kids over the summer. So we started with making signs for the kids. The lesson was about being brave. And so I made signs and lessons for the kids to put in their yard to remind them to be brave as they were going through, you know, all this COVID and staying home. We also put tickets in some of the packages, and we had a drive-through snow cone where the parents could bring their kids and drive through. We had a snow cone lady come in and give all the kids and their families snow cones. Thank you for the anonymous donor who was allowed for me to be able to do this. I also gave special Easter lessons out with a book, coloring pages, everything that they would need to teach the Easter lesson. I also made 40 Easter baskets, and we had a drive-by Easter drop-off since we weren't able to have the Easter egg hunt that year. We had an Easter contest, Easter coloring contest, and we gave out prizes for that. And like I said, parents drove through with their children, and we just handed the baskets inside the door. I also made family night gift bags that had games and snacks, lesson worksheet, popcorn, all the things that they would need to, like, have a game night as a family. When summer rolled around, I made buckets that had beach balls, sunglasses, water guns, all the things, snacks, things that they could use or play with during the summer. And as summer left off and we started getting ready to go back to school, I felt like the mommies needed a little break, so I made this mommy basket for them with soaps and bath bombs, just little goodies for the moms, little spiritual uplifting things, and for the appreciation of the moms that had to stay home and take care of their children. So we delivered this. I delivered this from March till mid-August, where we felt like it was time that we could bring the kids in. So we opened up Bridge Kids, and we social distanced, we set the seats apart, we wore masks, and we did that from mid-August through October. And then just a couple of weeks ago, we decided it was safe enough to open up all of the children's ministries. So luckily, or not luckily, I was blessed that we had 10 people volunteer. So we were able to open up the nursery, we were able to open up the new toddler room, and we still had Bridge Kids. So that brings us up to this point. Don't know what the next few months will look like, but we will see as time comes. So thank you for allowing me to be the children's director, and appreciate you guys. Oh, now Scott, back to you.
Well, thanks, guys. You have an amazing staff, and we are very blessed to have them and be a part of this. And we thank you for the opportunity to serve you in this way. If there's any other ways that we can do that, please let us know. God bless.